While not everyone is constantly glued to their phone, the fastest way to stay in touch and keep track of important goings-on is still that portable anywhere device you take everywhere. Increasingly, music services and organizations are catering to artists on the go by ensuring desktop web interactivity ports over to smartphones. Now, for artists already verified on the Spotify for Artists program, October 12th is the first day their iOS app is available. The three basic functions supported by the Spotify for Artists app are profile updates, streaming audience analytics, and a one-week window providing real-time stats on how many users are listening to new releases. An Android version is expected soon. Words like analytics and metrics might put some artistically minded people to sleep, but these digital quantities are the closest thing to applause from real people on the internet. For the business side, apps helping artists understand how their works are put to use have been put out by BMG, Cobalt, and SONYA-TV. Navigating tech innovations creatively while responding to a vast online fan base adds to the tasks today's performers and their teams must juggle. While apps like Spotify for Artists hope to make this easier, the excitement ahead is for busy musicians to use apps to engage with their fan base better. It's urgent enough so that Taylor Swift is developing a social app all her own. For artists managing on smaller budgets, new apps like Spotify for Artists should help them reach out and understand how their offerings fits into the daily diet of a world still hungry for fresh music. 11 music apps every artist needs to know. Taylor Swift and her developers GLU Mobile announced the upcoming app The Swift Life on October 11th, promising a creative, inclusive and community-driven place for users to better connect with each other and Taylor. A preliminary peek on YouTube highlights exclusive content, merch and virtual emojis, new songs, chats and ways to share, and most of all a safe place to interact with Swift. As an artist and a businesswoman who knows the value of sometimes having things her way, the Swift life has been driven by her own creative vision. The result is a deeply social environment where Taylor and her fans are able to better connect with one another while expressing themselves in an interactive community, said GLU Mobile President CEO Nick Earl. We look forward to its worldwide launch later this year. Taylor Swift sends Cardi B flowers for Bodak Yellow. October 11th is a good day for concertgoers looking to avoid ticket scalpers now that the UK's Twickets, supported by Adele and Ed Sheeran, has launched its no more than face value platform to resell spare tickets affordably in the US. Artists on board for the US platform launch include the Pixies, PVRI's, Wilco, and Niall Horan, best known for his work with One Direction. In a June interview announcing the planned U.S. launch, company founder Richard Davies told Billboard, most genuine fans aren't looking to profiteer from tickets. So they want a more ethical service through which they can trade tickets to other fans. Fair prices for concert tickets in the U.S. give fans countless special events to look forward to without worrying about overpaying. Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, Aretha Franklin join Grammy's greatest stories once a year. The music industry identifies the worst of the worst notorious markets both on and offline as part of the U.S. Trade Representative's special 301 out-of-cycle review. In fact, there are thousands of websites on the internet that are dedicated to piracy, says this year's RIAA report, with new ones appearing all the time and existing ones frequently changing their online location, whether domain or hosting environment, are both to avoid enforcement. Anti-piracy is often compared to the game of whack-a-mole because new challenges keep coming. This latest report documents how old threats have gone out of business since being identified in last year's report, but new versions of the same sites as well as copycats have sprung back onto the internet to take their place. In the physical CD space, online retail has helped distribution for pirates in China making perfect counterfeits as well as Russian pirates making copies that an expert can detect are inferior. The report commends Amazon and eBay for their anti-piracy cooperation, disrupting distribution of physical copies online. The legal music marketplace on the internet is growing, which the organization describes as promising but fragile. We have to hope it is strong enough to continue growing, in spite of content pirates' evolving threats, and to give thanks for federal efforts to protect U.S. intellectual property. RIAA reports music industry revenue up in early 2017.